Our fourth bout on the card is under MMA rules, and it is set for three 3-minute rounds in the flyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out the Dynamic Mortgage Concepts red corner, please welcome to the cage, Llorovic Acevedo.
Well, up till this point, we've had lots and lots of punchy-kicky time. Now it's punchy-kicky-chokey time. Mr. Acevedo making his way to the cage. He's the elder at 24 years old, the shorter by an inch at 5'8". Both of them came in at 125 pounds. The freestyle fighter is how Mr. Acevedo lists himself. He has the experience advantage at 4-2 versus the 1-2 kickboxer that is Hayes.
Can you imagine being 20 years old and already on your fourth fight?
No, no I can't.
In MMA, let me add. He has a kickboxing record as well. You know, conceptually, if you are a freestyle fighter, you are in theory, you know, non-specialized, a generalist. So if that is the case, you try to find the areas of weakness of your opponent and find where you will have the advantage. You know, the young 20-year-old Payton will believe that if it's on the feet at distance, he can use his weapons and try to piece up Acevedo. Again, that may not be true. These are narratives. Narratives don't fight each other. Humans fight each other.
This is true. And both these guys coming from such well-rounded gyms that there's just not going to be a lot that they haven't seen out of friends in the training room.
Yeah, man. Factory X, Colorado Victory MMA, like we've got good gyms, and I knew about it before I got to come out to this region. You know how much high-level training and coaching and learning was out here, but it's actually pretty mind-blowing when you see how good these young guys are, and you talk to people, and you see how much they know the game and martial arts in general. It is that's a good place to be coming up a martial artist. And a martial arts fan for that.
Yeah,
you know,
for sure.
I've said this throughout the last few days, but I've been blown away by Sparta. I was vaguely aware. This is a company that's been here for 10 years, doing 8, 10, 12 shows a year, and only now is the word getting out of the region. And man, so you have a fully formed, you know, complete show with all of these high-level gyms, high-level fighters coming up really, really young. I mean, it's a good place to be.
And his opponent, fighting out the nutrition company of Cheyenne Blue Corner, please welcome to the cage, Payton Hayes.
Mr. Hayes, the younger by 4 years. I always say that's the best cardio in the world is. I'm 20 years old.
That's right. Man, he was born in the year 2000. Like, that's not right.
What?
Like, that's not right, my friend. You know? And, you know, when you come up as an athlete and you're 20, that's, you know, just being 20, you're right, is you got all kinds of energy. But when you come up an athlete, some of these athletes can train 3 and 4 and 5 hours a day without getting fatigued or injured.
Right.
So their learning capacity goes up too, because that's more hours deployed to your learning. And then you build skill on skill, and all of a sudden you got 20-year-olds kicking ass out there in the fight game.
Factory X head coach, Mr. Mark Montoya, in the corner of his charge this evening. Got a lot of UFC fighters facing off against Gilbert Smith of Victory MMA, who himself is a former UFC and Bellator competitor.
Yes, sir. Legit. I was saying this about Cyrus Washington in the pre-show. You know, we talk a lot about how to become a master of something. So whatever your discipline, whatever you study in the world, they say 10,000 hours gives you mastery. Well, what happens at 20,000?
Right.
You know, and that's where you get people like Mr. Montoya, where all of a sudden they progress to points where they're seeing games entirely differently than everybody else. They're so connected to it in ways that they can see and experience things and feel that essence and that real flow of fighting.
There's levels to this.
Yes, sir, there is. And there may not be a top level. There may be always one more.
Ladies and gentlemen, this MMA bout is brought to you by Positive Pack Dog Training. Let's meet our fighters. First, Fighting on the Dynamic Mortgage Concepts red corner, from Denver, Colorado, representing Factory X, Llorovic Acevedo. And his opponent, fighting out of the Nutrition Company of Cheyenne blue corner, from Clarksville, Tennessee, representing Victory MMA, Payton the Horseman Hayes.
I know we're supposed to be unbiased, but when you're this good at 20, I don't like you, kind of.
Any question on the red?
Oh,
Boom.
jealousy rears its
Touch
ugly
Yeah, I know.
head.
Plus the pink shorts are cool. Like, I don't know.
Acevedo wearing the red tape. Hayes wearing the blue tape. Referee Eric Hines, he's dressed in all black this evening. Ready, ready, punchy, kicky, chokey time, our first MMA bout of the night.
We're in for a treat. Look at the bounce, just that flow.
Oh, goodness. Able to get the knockdown off of the slip. Nice job by Hayes of attacking at the opportune moment and immediately trying to go to full mount.
Yes, sir.
But a great job off of his back as Acevedo nearly slipped in the triangle.
So, small error by Acevedo. Just because of urgency, he jumped up and then retreated. You got to do that technical stand-up with some protection for yourself as you're retreating out of the ground. Look at this kid. Oh, there's got the neck now. Although Acevedo, Hayes is passing.
Started to, but good job with his guard work by Acevedo. Almost going to give, I think he's going to get full guard here.
Yeah, the arm. He's going to omoplata. No triangle there.
Setting up the triangle choke. Great slam by Hayes.
The
triangle is still in.
Yeah, pressure on one side of the neck and your own shoulder choking you on the other. He'll get this.
Acevedo doing a nice job. Hayes doing exactly what he should by way of defense, but that's getting in there tight, and you're right, it can be the switch off to the armbar now. Hayes with a pained look on his face, and Acevedo rolls the thumb, and that's it. Congratulations to the Factory X fighter, Mr. Acevedo, gonna go home early in round one with the submission victory. Wow.
Yeah, sick. Just flow, man. He just hit that flow. You know, of course I was being facetious when I said about Hayes. He's an awesome young kid, and he looked so good, but sometimes that urgency, you want to get in and you want to get on him. And you referenced he was moving to the full mount. That was maybe a little too quick. He got regarded, and then he got set up. And he tried to slam his way out rather than slowly, incrementally work his way out. But Acevedo was smooth.
Both these guys, great job in the scramble here. And like you said, Acevedo loops the wrist, takes away the power of Hayes to curl his arm by way of defense, brings it over where he's got a leverage advantage, rolled the thumb, thumb up to the ceiling, arched the hips, just like they show it in class. Man, it's like he's showing it to the classroom right there.
That's right. And you have two choices, and Acevedo played with both. Acevedo tried to put the arm across and complete the triangle, and when you resist that and pull your arm away, he moves to the armbar. That kid's good, man. That's a real smooth.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Hines calls a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 19 seconds of the very first round, declaring your winner by submission via armbar, Llorovic Acevedo.
Brent Bradley's going to get the post-fight interview with Mr. Acevedo. I'm going to step away from doing the play-by-play here. We're going to bring in play-by-play extraordinaire call man, Mr. Todd Romero. He's going to take it over, and I'll do some breakdown in between rounds. So I'm not leaving you guys completely. I'm just sliding over a seat. Robin Black, it's been a pleasure, sir.
My pleasure. My privilege.
Llorovic Acevedo, what a great fight. Good showing right off the bat. How do you feel?
Great. I was ready for another 2 rounds.
Llorovic, it seemed like you had a real slick transition there, moving from that triangle to the armbar. I've got to assume that's something you guys are drilling a lot. Is that something you were looking for when you came into the fight?
Man, when they take me down, normally it's game over for me, for them.
Well, it was very much game over for them. I'm sure you got a couple people you'd like to thank.
Yeah, I'd like to thank all my coaches, my family, and all the supporters that have supported me all along the way, man. This is a really tough sport, and for one person to be selfish and say they did it all, it's not true. It's teamwork. That's what Coach Mark teaches us a lot. It's a group effort. Not when we lose, when one of us loses, we all lose, and we go back to the game plan.
Llorovic, great fight. Have a good night. Enjoy your evening.